In this video, I'm going to share the second part of my top 10 favourite TV characters. If you missed the first part, don't worry, there'll be a link to the first video at the end of this one. This time, we're into my top 5. And at number 5, it's Owen Newitt from the Vicar of Dibley. Owen is a farmer in the village and also a member of the parish council. He thinks the vicar, Geraldine, is great and is a big supporter of her plans. He swears a lot, is always late to meetings and always has the most implausible excuses. He also has bad body odour, but he is oblivious to it. Not only does he support the vicar, but he fancies her as well and proposed to her twice. He's an everyman who is totally un-PC, which makes him all the more likeable, and he is played brilliantly by Roger Lloyd-Pack. He likes to take part in village events and his animals are always involved. He mentions his sex life, which is not normal to say the least, and he's a character that you couldn't help but like. It's pure comedy gold. At number 4, it's Moira Rose from Schitt's Creek. She's the matriarch of the Rose family. She's an has-been soap opera actress. She's totally eccentric and has a weird way of pronouncing words and is the one who hates being in Schitt's Creek the most. The Roses used to be mega rich, but now they're not. They bought the town of Schitt's Creek as a present for a son, David. And then when they lost everything, they had to move there and live in the motel as they started over again. Moira sees it as a temporary situation and tries to live her outrageous life in this small town. She's awkward around people, including her own children, but over time becomes more involved in the community. But as much as she tries to join in, she always has been self-absorbed and it leads to hilarious situations. The only person she appears to gel properly with is husband Johnny. Catherine O'Hara's portrayal of Moira is superb, and for me, she's the highlight of an excellent show. Now, if you're liking this video, please remember to hit that button, and I'd love to hear what your top 10 characters are as well. Let me know down below. At number 3, Richard Fish from Ally McBeal. He's the co-founder of legal firm Cajun Fish. He's got a very loose idea of morals, and his ethics are bad, and at the end of the day, it's all about the money. Richard has his own thoughts that he's willing to share to everybody, and they're known as fishisms. Often, they're misogynistic, off-colour and offensive. And whenever it's pointed out to him, he replies, bygones. He is obsessed with his older girlfriend's waddle, as well as any woman who has one. He's well-meaning, but too self-absorbed to notice when he's out of line. And he manages to turn every situation in order to prove that he's right. His fishisms are the stuff of legend, and the way he's played by Greg German is a delight to watch. At number 2, we got Barney Stinson from How I Met Your Mother. He's a serial womanizer, he thinks he's Ted's best friend, and he's an opportunist. He really is the only single person in the group of 5 and spends his life concocting plans to meet women. He feels he's the ringleader of the group and he likes to manipulate situations. In fact, he feels that most of his wheezes are legendary. He's very competitive and he likes to take on challenges. He's proud, he's stubborn, but most of all, he's absolutely hilarious. He's one of the funniest characters I've ever seen on television, and he has me belly laughing through the complete run of the show. And Neil Patrick Harris plays him brilliantly. And before I tell you my favourite TV character, I'd love it if you could ring that subscribe bell twice. I'd love to have you join our little community. At number 1, it's CJ Gregg from The West Wing. It's my favourite TV series of all time. I watch it probably every year because it's so well written. The cast is tremendous and every character is as well. But for me, CJ, Claudia Jane Craig, is the queen of all TV characters. She serves on the staff of President Josiah Bartlet, firstly as the White House press secretary, before taking over as White House chief of staff later in the series. She's sharp, well-spoken and not afraid to mince words with anyone. She's tall, slightly awkward and doesn't like her password name of Flamingo because she thinks that everyone thinks of her as one. She's competitive, ballsy and doesn't shy away from saying what she thinks, even when she's the only one who thinks the way she does. I love that she's brave, and though she's one of the top 5 powerful people on the staff, there's an underlying femininity to her, and the on-off courtship with Danny Concannon, the press reporter, is a joy to watch. It's a sweet relationship that runs through the different parts of the series and shows a different side of CJ. For me, she's the greatest character I've ever seen on TV. There's light and dark to Alison Janney's portrayal of CJ, and she's a complete character. She's just brilliant. She stands out for me as the best character in a cast of excellently written characters. She's my #1 TV character of the lot. And if you missed the video that told you about the other 5 TV characters I love, just click up there.